a lovely night in Cleveland, Ohio after 31,000 people packed Progressive Field last night. The Central Divisions are the land of opportunity for both of these teams. The Cardinals and the Guardians still very much in their divisional races right now in Game 2 of a 3-game series tonight. Thanks for joining us. Jason Benetti, AJ Pierzynski along with you. And the Cardinals are really in this race because as of May 7th, they're playing their best baseball by far.
May 7th is a key date for the St. Louis Cardinals. They are 13-6 since that date. And why? Because of the offense. They're first in the National League in all these categories, and they're led by their 3-hole hitter tonight, Nolan Gorman. Not Arenado, not Goldschmidt, but Nolan Gorman won the Player of the Week, and right now he is the biggest offensive weapon.
They're facing a Guardians team that beat them last night. Another one-run game for Cleveland. They lead the league in those with 23 of them. Two teams trying to climb and chase down division leaders. Cards and Guards next. Since May the 7th, the Cardinals 122 runs, the most in Major League Baseball. Nootbaar is a walk machine. Nolan Gorman we talked about, all the way down to Tommy Edman, who's an interesting switch hitter right now. We'll tell you more about that when he comes up. And they will face the 24-year-old Tanner Bibee.
Tanner Bibee has earned a spot in this rotation. He's a fastball, slider, changeup. Slider, his breaking balls are really his weapons, but he throws strikes. He needs to pitch to the edges, and he needs to do a little better job with guys on base.
Lars Nootbaar was on base 4 times last night in the series opener from the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. Strike one. We're off and running from Progressive Field, the home of the Guardians since 1994, and we're glad you could join us once again tonight as Lars Nootbaar, the 25-year-old, swings through a second straight pitch. 0-2 to Nootbaar, who's one of the most selective guys on this roster.
He is. He doesn't chase. He gets on base. That's why he's hitting at the leadoff spot in front of the boppers for the Cardinals.
0-2 fouled away. We talked about it in the open, AJ. Cardinals are 23-30, but the Central Divisions are extremely gettable right now. With Milwaukee's loss earlier, St. Louis 4.5 out of first.
Seems inconceivable that they would be only 4.5 with the way they started and the way they played up until May 7th. But here they are. They're right there. And I think if you ask people, a lot of people would say they're still the favorites to win this division, even though Milwaukee is ahead of them.
Yeah, our colleague Tom Verducci wrote a story this week about that very thing and how scary they are. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Bibee punches out Nootbaar.
Batting second now for St. Louis.
That was the changeup. He throws that mainly to lefties. Four-seamer, slider, changeup, curveball mainly to lefties. But slider's been the pitch that's given him success, along with a four-seam fastball. He gets weak contact a lot, and in 4 of his 5 starts, Jason, he's given up 2 earned runs or less.
There's a fastball to Goldschmidt. I mean, Bibee, 5 straight strikeouts in his debut. A very rare pitcher to do that sort of thing. As he's testing the waters with high fastballs to Goldschmidt, who's got 9 home runs this year, part of a really strong offense. They're 5th in baseball in on-base plus slugging, these Cardinals are. And the offense really has not been the issue for most of this year.
This is an issue for Gallagher behind the plate, though, Jason. Right off the chin. That's the one that hurts. Rocks your jaw, rocks your head back, see his eyes closed, waters your eyes a little bit.
Does it really?
Oh, yeah. It wakes you up. It rings the alarm for you right away.
1-2 is outside. I often wonder why people even do it. Why did you catch?
Because it's the best position in the world.
In any sport?
Yes.
Wow. 2-2. In the air left field, Stephen Kwan. Out number 2. He's been a strong left fielder for them through his entire very young career. Kwan has. Straw is here in large part due to his defense, a Gold Glove last year. Jose Ramirez tremendous over at third base, +3 in outs above average. Rosario has had something of a down year at shortstop, and Cam Gallagher is the catcher. He and Mike Zunino have split that position. Zunino basically 5 out of 7 days. better than quarterback, catcher?
Maybe better than backup quarterback. But starting quarterback, actually, if you're like Peyton Manning's backup, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was Todd Helton for a while, I think, right? Wasn't Todd Helton at Tennessee same time as Peyton Manning?
Yeah, but
you don't want to talk about first baseman.
Well, no, catchers are involved in everything. You get to hit and you get to play defense. So it's, take away the foul tips, everything else is great.
1-2 for Nolan Gorman. You talked about him in the open. He has been absolutely lethal.
He has been incredible. He's been a revelation for him.
In the air, third base side, foul territory. Ramirez does have room, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for young Tanner Bybee. Cleveland swings it against Flaherty next. Cleveland, they're 30th in baseball in runs and OPS and home runs. Jose Ramirez, we talked a little bit about. He's got 6 homers. They'd love for that number to grow. Naylor has 7. We'll see how much power they can generate against 27-year-old Jack Flaherty.
Jack Flaherty is a guy the Cardinals need to get going. The numbers are not great. The big thing that stands out to you, though, Jason, 33 walks in 51 innings. That's just unsustainable. He has to do a better job of throwing strikes. And if he has success tonight, Jason, it'll be with the breaking balls. His fastball gets hit, he gets a lot of outs with his breaking pitches.
First pitch downstairs, a fastball to Stephen Kwan, who's one of the toughest guys to strike out in Major League Baseball. He's a major contact guy with more walks than strikeouts. On the ground to second base. Edman charges and does get the out, turning Goldschmidt inside out. You mentioned Flaherty in that arsenal. Here's a look at what Jack will throw. Even with the fastball veloed down a little bit, he still uses it quite a bit.
Yeah, he uses it the most. You see the slider and the curveball. Opponents are over their last 13 off curveball. In breaking balls, they hit barely over 200, whereas the rest of his arsenal, it's over 330, Jason. So he's got to use the breaking balls, and he's got to try and get ahead in the count.
Do you want to see breaking balls early to get ahead?
Absolutely. If that's your best pitch, go with it. He's going to attack a lot of these right-handed hitters for the Guardians with breaking balls, so don't mess around. Establish it early.
It's such an interesting matchup because Cleveland leads the league in chase contact, most contact out of the strike zone. So if they help Flaherty tonight, that would be big news for St. Louis.
Yes, because the Guardians don't strike out. The Guardians don't chase a ton. They don't strike out. The interesting thing is Flaherty's breaking balls have been great. There's a fastball. That was the first one he's thrown over 91. That's the thing. His velocity is down from where it's been the last few years. And that's been something the Cardinals fans and the Cardinals organization have said, hey, where's your velocity? And he said, I can pitch without it. We'll see.
Do you think that affects a pitcher mentally when they look up and they see 91 instead of 94?
They'll say it doesn't. But watch how many pitchers, as soon as they throw a pitch, the first thing they do is their head snaps. How hard was that one? And if you talk to pitchers, they'll say, oh, I let that one go. Did you see what it said on the board?
So it's in their mind. On the ground, third base, that's foul, wide of third. Arenado sees it go off the tarp. Yeah, this Cleveland team, they won the AL Central last year, and the offense just has not been the same. There wasn't huge power last year, but there was enough to win a division.
There was, and it's still there. They need Jose Ramirez to be better for Terry Francona. Tito he'll be in the Hall of Fame one day, and he's just a great guy to talk baseball to. Sitting in there.
His stories are legendary.
There's the man, Jose Ramirez. They need him to get hot.
3 balls, 2 strikes. I love that Terry Francona was a left-handed third baseman for a couple of plays in Major League Baseball. It fits.
Fits his personality for sure.
3-2. Left field side. Rosario's got himself extra bases. Into second base. He's been the triples king of baseball the last half decade. He'll take 2 here.
Fastball down and in, 3-2 to Rosario after he tried to get him to chase a couple sliders. Jason, he took them. Then he has to come in the strike zone. And this is what we're talking about with Flaherty. Rosario hits his fastball. He knows double right away. Good turn. That is the thing for Flaherty. Can he get these Guardians to chase outside the zone?
And can he induce contact? As you said, the swing and miss isn't really in their profile, but the contact out of the zone has been a problem for them this year as we finally see a curveball from Flaherty. Also worth watching tonight, Cleveland has the highest ground ball rate in baseball, and Flaherty's getting more ground balls than he's gotten his entire career.
And the Cardinals have a good defense. They have Gold Glovers all over the field. So that is definitely something. If they put it on the ground, the Cardinals should catch it and make outs.
Ball and a strike, and Ramirez takes outside.
This is the old don't give him anything good to hit here. If we walk him, it's not the worst thing in the world, because if you notice the first 3 pitches, a curveball, 2 changeups. You have Naylor behind him. This is the one guy in this lineup you don't want to beat you.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Ramirez, and managers do that, right? They circle the guy they don't want to beat.
The teams do. Yeah. As a catcher, as a pitcher, go through a lineup, you say, okay, Quan, okay, Rosario, okay. Oh, Jose Ramirez, check. Let's not let him beat us. Naylor, Bell, go all the way down. There's one guy in this lineup. It's Jose Ramirez.
2-2. Swing and a miss. High fastball takes him down. One of the toughest guys to strike out in baseball goes down swinging.
Well, he shocks him. He's throwing him nothing but off speed. He threw him nothing but balls. And then Jose Ramirez's eyes light up. He's like, oh, there's a fastball. I can get it. Except for it's out of the strike zone and it's by him. So good job by Wilson Contreras behind the plate, and good job by Jack Flaherty to set up that last pitch.
And the helmet is feeling the pain in the Cleveland dugout. You've never done that in your career, have you?
Meh.
Good answer. 1 strike for Josh Naylor, who has been one of those big swing late guys for Cleveland in his couple years here with the Guardians, including a run of home runs a couple of weeks ago in the 8th inning or later. 3 straight games to help beat the Angels for Cleveland.
He's been good. He's good this year again with runners in scoring position. He's been good with men on base his entire career. It's like he steps it up a notch with guys on base.
Ball and 2 strikes. Well, you watch his face as he plays. He is one of the most intense guys you're going to see in this game. Outwardly intense guys.
Emotional.
Yeah.
Remember the home run he hit off the White Sox? Running around the bases, cheering in the extra innings when you have 7 RBIs and 9th inning on, or some crazy stat.
Yeah, and a snap of a finger. He basically turned an entire season. On the ground, third base side. That's a fair ball. Jump throw, Arenado, and not in time. Rosario to third, and runners at the corners for Cleveland.
A really good try. I love how Arenado tries to get his feet. Right there, tries to get his feet set. Just throws it offline, and Goldschmidt's taking no chances with the runner on second. He has to get off the bag to try to save the runner from second scoring. Good try by Nolan Arenado. Just wasn't able to make an incredible play.
You got 10 gold gloves over there at third base. But as you said, the play by Goldschmidt is a play that maybe a 23-year-old first baseman doesn't make, right? Trying to get the out. Instead, he goes and meets the ball as this first pitch to Bell is popped up into short left field and playable for DeYoung to retire the side. Cleveland strands 2. Round out your protection with life, phone, and pet health insurance. And on this Memorial Day weekend, we celebrate some major leaguers included among the many who have served their country, and Bob Feller is one of them. As the story goes, when he was driving to go sign his contract in 1942 for the 1942 season, It was the day that Pearl Harbor broke out. And Bob Feller, who had decided that he was going to serve his country when war broke out, was on his way to sign the contract, and then decided right then and there that that's when he was going to join the United States Navy, and he served from 42 to 45. How about that?
That's what it's all about.
And this whole weekend, we think of so many who we've lost in the line of duty serving our country, as it's 2-1 for Arenado, and Bob Feller, obviously one of the lucky folks who served and then came back and was able to pitch in Major League Baseball and World Series in '48, a Hall of Famer. And so many in that era, Major League Baseball players served, came back, played baseball afterward. 2-1 pitch is lifted behind shortstop for Rosario, and he makes the catch on Nolan Arenado for the first out of the second inning. One down for Wilson Contreras, who has had an interesting month. Right, AJ?
Interesting would be an understatement for what poor Wilson, well, not poor, but what Wilson Contreras has been through. You're not catching, you're going to play outfield and DH. Oh, by the way, a week later, oh, by the way, you're back to catcher again.
You know, we were talking to Ollie Marmol about Wilson Contreras, and the one thing he said unequivocally is that through it all, Wilson Contreras was an extremely positive presence, and he worked very hard to get to the position he's in right now. But the positivity is what Ollie said shone through.
And he said he's been like that since day one. He's wanted to work. He's wanted to get better. He's been a great teammate. What I wanted to ask Ollie, and we didn't get a chance to, was what did they do? What did they do different?
There's a swing and a miss. Strike three, 2 down. Well, we're going to have Adam Wainwright on. We're scheduled to have Waino, our colleague, on from the St. Louis dugout. Maybe you can ask him. You did a series with him in the postseason.
We will ask him, because I remember seeing the quotes afterwards, and Wilson Contreras said, he didn't say stay verti, which I'm trying to figure out what that means. Maybe stay vertical on Tanner's glove.
Get on top of the curveball.
That's nice. It's a good thought. Couldn't get stay vertical, so we just shortened it out of vertical.
Well, it's like a license plate, right? You can't have the full thing in there. You got to make people think a little bit. Here's Brendan Donovan, and he takes a little bit low. 2-0 from Bybee, who was the Eastern League Pitcher of the Year with AA Akron just last year in this Cleveland organization.
He had a quick rise from Cal State Fullerton to Cleveland.
On the ground, foul of first, 2-1.
Back to the Contreras thing, though. Because if you read his quotes after, he said, well, I haven't done anything different. I'm just catching again. So I was just wondering, what did he do? What changed? His preparation, they said, changed. His game planning changed. His readiness changed. I don't know.
A lot of conversations, I have to imagine, with the pitching staff. Right?
Absolutely.
To get on the same page.
And the coaches. And they said that. They said he was sitting next to the coaches. He was sitting there trying to learn what pitches and how to prepare. This guy's been around.
Yep.
He's not a rookie. But since they made that move, they're 13-6. So what do we know?
Yeah, I was going to say they're winning games. This ball's drilled by Donovan, right field, and gone. First base runner for St. Louis is a Donovan homer.
Batting seventh now for St. Louis. The shortstop, number 11.
Left-handed hitters, you don't want to throw this breaking ball down and in. That's the wamping zone. You got to get it either down or in. And this one is neither one, and Donovan crushes this ball here for a 1-0 lead for the Cardinals.
His 5th home run. St. Louis has had that burger phone in the dugout. They've been calling home runs with their burger phone. DeYoung.
I wonder if anybody called anybody on that. There it is.
There's a burger phone. Do you have the number?
I don't.
Is it unlisted? Did they block you?
I'm blocked.
0-2 pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on DeYoung. Look, whatever it takes, right? The prop,
yes.
Whatever you need.
Whatever makes you get through 162 games. Whatever little thing that is, Jason, as a team, if it can bring you together, and if you think it helps you win a game or two along the way, they're all for it.
It was a Miles Michaelis thing among others.
Miles Michaelis and Waino.
Yep. 2-2. And DeYoung hits this sky high on the infield. Naylor charging. And he makes a catch. Well, if you do have the number for the burger phone, call them maybe. Brendan Donovan took him deep. Ring it up. It's bottom 2 here in Cleveland on the home run from Brendan Donovan. We're talking about Memorial Day weekend this weekend in Major League Baseball. Brendan Donovan, his father was a colonel in the Army, so he was actually born in Germany and moved around quite a bit as a kid. And Donovan with the first run provided in this ball game.
Nice connection there, Jason.
How about it? Andres Jimenez, the All-Star last year, grounds to second, and Tommy Edman throws him out. There is 1 away here in the second. Baseball fans, still time for your chance to win $10,000 for free on Fox Bet Super 6. Simply download the free Super 6 app on your phone now and then enter your 6 baseball predictions in the MLB Super 6 Challenge for a chance to win big. Download now and play for free. All right, so since the fans are entering their predictions, okay, if I asked you right now who was going to win both Centrals right now, what would you say if I asked you such a thing?
Well, if you do, but you haven't yet, I will give you my answer.
Let me think about it. Yeah, who's going to win both Centrals?
I still like the Cardinals. I picked them before the season. I still think they're the best roster. 1 through 26.
You do?
I do. And I know they got off to a bad start, but I believe that they still have the best roster. Now, would I like them to see him add a pitcher or two? Yes. But I think they have the best. You know, the Cubs are floundering. They got off to a good start. The Pirates got off to a great start. They're coming back to reality.
Yeah.
Brewers are in first place, but they're, Cincinnati is right there too, but I still think the Cardinals are the class of this division. If we're going American League Central,
yep.
I feel like the Guardians, even though you look at that and you're just like, oh, the Twins have it's so meh. But Detroit's playing really well.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Flaherty has not walked anybody and has 2 strikeouts through 7 batters.
I picked the Guardians before the season, but I also picked the White Sox to make a wild card. So I think the Guardians are going to figure it out. They got to figure out how to hit. They need to get McKenzie back. They need to get Savali back, and both are on the way, according to Terry Francona. They got to hit. They can't hit at all. They just can't hit.
No, they're scoring less than 3 runs per game at home at like 2.9 at home. It would be the smallest run production ever in franchise history. First place is actually one of Bob Feller's teams in 1946. But 2.9 per game at home. You're asking your pitching to be perfect
every night. It doesn't work. You can have great pitching and it still won't do that. That's the thing. Runs last. Home. They have 30 home runs on the year.
Yeah.
30. We're 54 games in. Just doesn't work.
Yeah. Tampa Bay has 99 home runs. And I know they're the class of the league, so it's, that's a sort of unfair comparison, but that's what you're gauging yourself against in the AL.
They hit 0.6 home runs a game. In today's game, it's home run heavy.
The league winning percentage when you don't homer this year is right around 29%. It's like 290 baseball you play when you don't homer.
It's just hard to win in today's game. The pitching is too good. The stuff, especially from the bullpen, is too good. It's amazing drop off from a team that won so many games last year, won the division going away, to what their offense has become.
Ground ball to first. Goldschmidt with the feed. Flaherty taps the bag. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Flaherty and a 1-0 Cards lead. MLB app still the #1 place for live baseball, real-time highlights, breaking news faster than ever. Now you can follow players to get a home feed personalized just for you. Download the MLB app today. Alec Burleson certainly knows how to use apps because he was the guy who ended up buying the Cardinals hamburger phone. And he mentioned to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch great beat writer Derek Gould a couple of days ago that he had no idea how to go buy a hamburger phone. So he Googled hamburger phone, which is where you start, right? So evidently he then went on Amazon and searched for him and then went to Michaelis and said, is this one okay? Got the okay from the veteran pitcher and then bought the hamburger phone. There's your story. Now you can use that at cocktail parties or wherever you go.
No one has it open though, so nobody is picking him to hit a homer at this moment. Because there's rules to that thing now, Jason. You have to dial who you think, the number of the person you think is going to. You have to ask Wainwright the number of who you think is going to go deep. And
third base side, Burleson reaches out and tags a base hit to start the third on 2 strikes.
This is a really nice piece of hitting with 2 strikes by Burleson. Behind in the count, gets a fastball. Watch him just boop. I'm just going to put this ball in play. They got a modified shift. That warms my heart to see that, Jason.
It does?
It really does.
Why is that?
Because you see just guys still taking, with 2 strikes, trying to go deep with these monster swings. And all he was trying to do, and Tommy Edman was taking a peek at the first baseman right there. There might be a bunt or hit and run right here.
You think? Swing at first pitch.
He kind of did a little Aaron Judge where he kind of looked at the first baseman right before the pitch was delivered. Yeah, it warms my heart to see a guy beat the shift like that, even though it's not the full shift. 2 strikes, he's just trying to put the ball in play, taking what they give him. He's still peeking over there at first base.
What does that tell you?
He's looking either at the runner to see if he's going, or he's looking to see where the first baseman is to see if maybe a bump. But he was definitely peeking over there.
Have you done that in your career? Is it?
Well, I was left-handed, so I never could see that.
Well, at the corner infielder.
Oh yeah, at the third baseman.
Yes.
Even though I couldn't run, I could bunt.
I love the confidence you say that with too. Like there's a point of pride there.
Yeah, I was proud. 2 outs, runner on third. Third baseman's back. Guess what? That's an easy knock and an easy RBI. And that's lost today's game.
Yeah. Well, again, when you look at the numbers of if you homer, how many games you win, that's intoxicating for teams because homers do really change it. Like in the NBA playoffs, when you hit more threes than the opponent, you're probably going to win. But you're not going to get a pitch to drive necessarily on 2 strikes, is your point, right? The swing and a miss, strike 3. So with what Burleson did, 2-strike pitch, it's not going to be homerable most of the time.
No,
right?
not 1 and 2, not in a 1 and 2 count, right? So he got a pitch up and out over the plate, and instead of trying to pull it, trying to hit a home run, all he did was get the barrel on it, shoot it to left. He's on first base to lead off the inning.
Lars Nootbaar, I believe they were saying Newt, not boo here. There are some Cardinal fans in attendance here in Cleveland. Ball 1.
Good stop by Gallagher behind the plate. He's made a couple of them early. Balls in the dirt, chesting them up.
What do you like most about that mechanically, what he just did?
He just lets it hit right in his chest protector. He just slides over, right in his chest protector, straight down. No chance for anybody to advance. Very calm.
Swing and a miss, off speed away, 1-1 for Nootbaar.
He has had a good changeup to these lefties so far, especially to Nootbaar. He punched him out the first time. Another good changeup. See how far out in front Nootbaar is. Bybee's changeup.
A little bit down, 2-1. The Cardinals have already seen 42 pitches here through 2 1/3. I wonder if the Guardians had a lead late, if Emmanuel Clase would be fully down today. 32 pitches yesterday for Clase to close the game. Fastball called a strike. He's been living on that outside corner to Nootbaar.
He has, and I would say that Clase is down today. 32 pitches last night. We don't know that for a fact, but performance last night, got a save. Probably the Guardians are without their best weapon out of the bullpen for the 9th inning.
2-2 here. Nootbaar takes just low, 3-2.
He does not chase. You have to throw a strike to Nootbaar to get him to swing and get him out most of the time. I love when you ask a manager, hey, is Clase down? Oh, I got to check with him. I don't know.
Got to ask. 3-2. That was upstairs, and Nootbaar hits it in the air, right field side toward the wall, and a nice catch by a Cardinal fan.
Best part about this catch, Jason, he's wearing the right jersey tonight.
Yeah, he's got the game jersey on.
How did he know the Cardinals were wearing the blues? Interesting, you said the ball up to Nootbaar. He hits the ball up much better than the ball down. He struggles with the ball down. Got to get him down in the strike zone.
Tried to, and there it is, strike 3. He did not like it. It was a fastball that was close enough, evidently. Nootbaar is incensed.
Nootbaar thought this ball was low, but it's a strike in the Fox box. Really good pitch here. Nice job by Gallagher. A lot of times you won't get that pitch called, Jason, because the catcher reaches back across, but it's a strike in the Fox box.
He's ringing the doorbell.
Hey, all that matters is David Rackley behind the plate said, hee-haw.
Is that the sound umpires make when they call strike 3?
So it depends on who they are. A lot of them are hee-haw.
Now that Tom Hallion has retired, who's your favorite strike 3 call in the league?
Whoever calls them.
Amazing. Amazing.
I'm not playing anymore, Jason. Let's get this moving.
Yeah. 1 strike on Goldschmidt from Bybee. When you're catching a low pitch, what's most important?
Presenting it like a strike. You see the new thing is now catchers are on one knee. Why? Because they're trying to steal the low pitch. It used to be two thoughts on the low pitch. 1, get it early so you reach, or 2, let it actually just catch it like a strike and try to steal it that way.
It's Ramirez. I got a follow-up for that when we come back. Talk a little more catching. 1-0 Cardinals lead. One nothing Cardinals the lead. We are joined very kindly by Cal Quantrill down in the Cleveland dugout. Cal, thank you for doing this.
Of course, guys. Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate you stopping by. You're quickly becoming a veteran. Can you believe it's 5 years in the big leagues for you already?
Yeah, it's scary. I know. I feel real old on this team.
Is he? Yeah. What is this clubhouse like with all these young guys around?
It is. It's a different clubhouse, especially when I came from San Diego. But you know, we still got some veteran leadership in here, and you know, Hosey and JB, they're sneaking up there in years.
They're, what are they, 28 years old now?
yeah. Well, when you debut at 19, I guess you can add up pretty quick.
Cal, Terry Francona is a manager. You know, we know he's top 20 all time in wins and all this stuff. What is the sneaky most important thing Terry Francona does?
You know what? I think his messaging is just simple. It's clear. He's very, very adamant about only a couple things. I think he makes playing for him very easy. He expects you to be prepared, show up on time, and treat your teammates with respect. And I think that you know, if you do those 3 things, he's on your side.
What is the one thing he says to pitchers? Because it's amazing. We talked to him before the game. Guardians, you guys, you didn't come up completely with the Guardians, but they can develop some starting pitching.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's been a stretch here of a lot of good starting pitchers. I think I think that it's a couple things. You know, he gives you trust. He lets you stay out there. You know, in a game that seems to be getting shorter and shorter start-wise, you know, he'll let you go out there for 110 pitches. That trust is built, and I think it can lead. It's kind of like cascades. You get better and better the more times he allows you to do it. So, you know, he wants you to compete. Give the team a chance to win.
Can you say out for me again?
Out.
Yes.
See, that wasn't the same as the first two, though.
I know. I got to hide it a little bit.
You still have the remnants other places of your Canadian upbringing?
I got bullied so much at school, I thought maybe I got rid of it, but that's all right.
Come on.
We got a little bit left.
What, Stanford?
Yeah.
Was it Edmund that did it?
Oh, Tommy? Yeah, that's my roommate for the entire time. I'm okay with him having a good game as long as we win.
What was that room like, or that house, or wherever you guys lived? Like, what were you guys like as roommates?
Oh, we had 6 guys, 1 bathroom, so it wasn't.
Oh boy,
it wasn't the best smelling apartment, but it was pretty good. We ended up having 4 kids drafted out of the room, and it was a lot of baseball. We weren't playing; we were playing MLB The Show, so class mixed in there every now and then.
No, not at Stanford. You would have to go to class at Stanford.
I tried, man. Tommy was my tutor, I think. It was tough.
Oh. Cal, you and your wife, Easton, have a charity, Quantrill Cares. Can you talk a little bit about that and how important foster children are for you guys?
Yeah, you know what? It's been 2 or 3 years now. I feel like I've been blessed to get to play baseball, and it felt like it was time to start giving back to the community. My wife has been involved in letters to foster children for a while, and we thought that it was a good kind of jumping off point. So we've partnered with a couple of organizations here in Cleveland. Today it was Fostering Hope, Ohio, and we did a luggage drive, and it went great. We collected hundreds of items, and I think it's just it's a way for us to give back to an at-risk community that we feel is probably underrepresented, and allows us to get away from the baseball field and do something that we think makes an impact. So it's been a lot of fun, and I owe my wife a lot of credit for being on top of it and staying organized and allowing me to be a part of it.
Good on you. Well done. We were talking about back in the day for you and growing up in Canada and all that. Do you miss soccer ever?
You know what? I wasn't much of a soccer player. I wish I would have been a hockey player. I got tall and lanky, and I started getting bullied on the ice. I had to pick a different sport.
How often do you get bullied by people growing up?
I know, man. It's like no, you know what? I really did like hockey, though. I wanted to play. I just better at throwing baseballs, I guess.
Cal, what was it like? Because I have a son that's going to be a junior in high school. What's it like?
Oh, got to stay in here.
What's it like having a dad that played Major League Baseball and then now playing Major League Baseball? What was his one thing that he always told you, or what was he like growing up?
Yeah,
for you,
it was a blessing, man. I think my dad and I have a great relationship when it comes to baseball. It was never a forced thing. He kind of let it come to me. Advice when I wanted advice. It wasn't just full-time coaching, but some of the best advice I got, and I know it sounds silly, but it's a long season, man. Like, you have to find a way to enjoy this sport. There's going to be ups and downs. You're going to have games that you wish you didn't have. You're going to have great days. I think he reminded me that, like, you're going to have to find a way to enjoy your time at the baseball field. So, I think that I've been blessed here in Cleveland with great teammates and just finding a way to enjoy every day when things are good, things are bad, and just kind of enjoying the process.
How do you do that? How do you remind yourself to do that?
I think perspective. It's some of the stuff that we do off the field helps me a lot. It's had a tough day the other day at the field, and the next day we're at a Build-A-Bear workshop buying bears for Ohio Guidestones, some kids in the area. And it reminds you, what's important, and things can be worse. So I try and come to the field every day with the same energy. It's a team sport, and you may be having a bad day, and someone else is having their best day. So you focus on that.
Jose Ramirez at the plate. Give us a scouting report on him as a teammate before we let you go.
Walk him. Don't pitch to him, man. It's truly impressive. It's been a couple years now watching this guy go about his work, and I think he's probably one of the most probably underappreciated superstars in our sport. I mean, just special player. Both sides of the plate, plays good D, steals bases, runs well. I mean, really, truly, just a 5-tool player.
Why don't people walk him?
Oh, man, we got good players hitting behind him. You got to pitch to someone eventually, I guess. But,
Well, you gave us bad advice then.
I think, that sometimes as pitchers, I think we get a little cocky. We want to get the big guy out. But, there's times where, maybe right here where you should have walked up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ramirez to right field, and not in time. We're tied.
Yeah, he's a great player, man.
You said it, Cal. It was right there for him.
Hey, baby, Quanny.
Walk him. There he said it.
Yeah.
Just walk him.
Yeah, I've only faced him once in spring. It wasn't a very enjoyable experience. So if he's ever on the other side, I might get him first.
Got to give some love to Stephen Kwan, too, for that slide.
Oh, yeah. Quan's great player, man. We got a good team. We're going to figure it out here.
Cal, thank you for joining us.
Of course.
Really appreciate this. Thank you. As we let you go, what did Jose Ramirez do against you in that one at bat?
You know, I think he hit a double the other way, but it's spring training, so.
Nice.
You know, stats didn't count.
Yeah, you don't remember it at all.
Yeah, I know. Maybe he got thrown out somewhere. I don't know. But he hit it hard.
Nice. We'll let you get out of here. Thank you, Cal.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.
Cal Quantrill, ladies and gentlemen. That's knocked down by Goldschmidt. He handles it. What a dude. Cal Quantrill. We appreciate his time. He got a run for the Guardians. We'll go to the fourth. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Jardiance. Spectacular day here in Cleveland. Have you had a better weather day in this city in your time coming here?
Not that I can remember. It's either rained, snowed, been really cold, or really hot. But today is beautiful.
Just a special day. This ballpark is pretty well filled once again, and they're hopeful the Guardians will grow in the American League Central. You see the weather right there. I mean, it's just spectacular. 67 degrees, a light wind blowing in, and 1-1 to Nolan Gorman, who, talking to Ollie Marmol about Gorman and what he's done to change his swing and his swing profile just as an off-season project basically, is really impressive.
I love when he said we gave him the tools, we gave him the hints, he went to work. They said they flew their hitting coach out there a couple times to check on him, but he was working. And that's what you love to see. You love to see people that recognize their faults or their lesser talents, and then they go to work on them. And that's what Gorman did, and look at him now.
Wave and a miss, strike three, off speed away again for Bybee for his fifth strikeout.
To the plate now for the Cardinals, the third baseman.
Another really good changeup here by Bybee. He got Nootbaar earlier in the game, and then he gets Gorman here, just way out in front. That's a pitch he doesn't use a ton. Tonight, it's been good for him.
To me, that one looked like it had more vertical than horizontal compared to the last one. It almost looked like two separate shapes.
Maybe he throws two different ones.
Or sometimes it just comes out differently, right?
Sometimes it just slips.
Here's Nolan Arenado. On 1-0, he hits it in the air down the left field side. And he really turned it on when this team went to Boston at Fenway Park.
He did, and the thing is, as he goes, it seems like the team goes. You mentioned May 7th. You see his numbers in May compared in April. Ollie Marmol said he went to Boston, saw the short porch, and said, I'm going to start hitting balls out front. And whammo, he started hitting homers, and the team got hot. It's weird how that happens when your cleanup hitter starts hitting.
Well, and it's so appetizing at Fenway, right? I know you weren't a right-handed hitter, but you look at that thing.
Yes, right-handed hitter.
Second base side, Jimenez collapses on it and throws him out. A long step by Arenado is a little bit late.
That's the thing I'd like to see Nolan do more. See how with two strikes he goes the other way, tries to use the right side of the field. This is a great play by Jimenez. Smothers it. It's a little bit of a fumble, but he's got the arm just to get Arenado. I'd like to see him go the other way. Yeah, it's great when you get on top of the plate and you say, I'm going to hit homers. But man, is it nice when you get that two-strike knock to right field like that. Like we saw Burleson do earlier in the game.
Yep. And again, if somebody throws you a cookie on two strikes, then you pull it 450 feet if you can, right?
Well, you can't go up there and say, I'm going to try and hit a home run. Especially with two strikes. You say, all right, I got to protect. I got to stay. Most guys say, I'm going to stay out over the plate. Look to go the other way, let the ball travel. Home runs are mistakes.
Contreras on the ground to third. Ramirez across the diamond on pitch number 11. of the 4th inning for Bybee. He's retired 6 in a row. MLB is partnering with Crisis Text Line to increase mental health awareness and access to support. For free, 24/7 and confidential support in English and Spanish, text MLB to 741-741. Tremendous initiative by Major League Baseball, and the partnership just started recently as we play along into the 4th inning. Tied at 1 here at Progressive Field, with St. Louis holding a chance to pick up a game in the division, with Milwaukee losing to San Francisco again today. Minnesota did win against Toronto in the AL Central, so Cleveland is trying to keep pace at 3.5 back. First inning, Josh Bell went up swinging and popped up the first pitch he saw with 2 on and 2 out. Now he's taken a couple.
Well, first about he had runners in scoring position. He said, I'm going to be ultra aggressive here. And he got a pitch that was probably not the best pitch to swing at. It was about that pitch that he swung at and got jammed. Had a weak pop up. It's about he's trying to see some pitches. Maybe flip flop it. I don't know, Jason. Flip flop the thought process.
You think? 2-1. Bell tags it in the air for center field, and playable for Lars Nootbaar. 1 away.
It's easy to say sitting up here.
Yeah.
When he makes it out, I mean, it's easy to listen.
It's all easy to say.
He had a game plan. That's what he went with. I get it. The thing is, Flaherty in the first inning, giving up a couple hits. He had a couple guys on base. You're putting some pressure on him. You're throwing a bunch of pitches. You had a chance to take a few, maybe run him up to 25 plus, 30 plus pitches in the first inning. Instead, we go up there swinging the first pitch. And listen, it happens. I did it. Everyone's done it. You get a little over aggressive. There's runners on base. Your eyes get big. That's why baseball is so hard.
But part of the scouting report on Jack Flaherty is this is lifted to center. Nootbaar started in. Now he fades back, and quickly 2 are away. Tomorrow, Memorial Day weekend on Fox, the most patriotic day in racing. The best of the best let freedom ring with 600 miles of high-speed chaos. It all starts at 5:30 Eastern, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Another person sort of overtook my body in the middle of that.
It was chaos.
But very intense. Have you driven a stock car? Have you ever gotten to do that?
No.
We need to make you.
Yes, I'm in.
Okay.
In. If only I knew somebody that had some pull at NASCAR. Like a company, like a TV company.
Like hypothetically one with a score bug that looks like the one in the bottom right there.
Yeah. Top right maybe.
Yeah, that 3 letters there. Might be helpful. 2 strikes on Miles Straw. Jack Flaherty's thrown a bunch of strikes so far today. He's only walked 1, and that runner did score. But when you look at Jack Flaherty, 4 years ago, he had a whip that was under 1. Walks and hits per inning under 1, which is elite.
He was one of the best pitchers going. Remember, everyone said, man, Jack Flaherty's going to be the next great Cardinals ace. And he's had some injuries. He's had some control problems.
This to left should be extra bases, and a long run for Burleson. Miles Straw can really scoot, and he has a 2-out double in the 4th.
And as we've talked about, the thing for Jack Flaherty has been the walks. And he's walked 1 guy tonight. Guess who scored? The walk so far. Here he just hangs a breaking ball, and Miles Straw gets it out front, rips this ball to the left field line for an easy double. But when I love Flaherty's reaction. You can see him, he just takes his glove off. Barely seeing that shot. He just wants to chuck his glove because he's thinking, I just gave up a 2-out double.
By reputation, he is one of the most competitive guys in Major League Baseball.
Absolutely.
And emotional.
Watch Flaherty after he gives up. He takes his glove off and he wants to throw it. We saw Jose Ramirez banging his helmet. See Flaherty pat his chest.
So he's mad about the location of the curveball.
Yes. Now see, here's what you don't want it to do. You don't want it to carry over to this hitter. That's what's so hard about baseball. He's thinking, man, I just gave up a 2-out double. I'm thinking I'm getting out of this inning 3 up, 3 down. Now you can't have it carry over here to Brennan, have Brennan do something to drive a run in, get you behind.
Brennan takes outside a breaking ball, 2-1.
You have to refocus. And the thing is with the pitch clock, it's way harder because you can't take a walk around the mound. You can't. It's, oh gosh, I got 20 seconds. I got to throw another pitch. So you have to be quicker at your mental game.
There's some belief that it's affected late inning pitchers even more. Is this in the air to right field and playable for Donovan to put away the final out of the 4th inning? We're still tied. Fifth inning, we're joined by Adam Wainwright in the Cardinals dugout. My first question is, how much do you miss sitting in a booth with A.J. Pierzynski?
Oh man, he's a great booth partner. He is. I appreciate y'all having me on. It's always a treat to be up there with AJ because he's going to tell you the truth and really actually a very smart baseball person to sit next to and kind of learn the game from. So sometimes catchers do know the game a little bit.
What a nice answer, by the way.
Yeah, he's a nice fellow. He doesn't want to come on the first 2 seconds and insult the booth people because we might just hang up on him. We might take the burger phone and we might hang up on him before we even get started.
You got to always treat the people who are in charge of making your whole persona to millions of people. You got to be nice to those people.
I think you're good, Wayno. I think you're good. People like you. I'm going to tell you this.
Got them all fooled.
People like you.
Ball's hit pretty well down the right field side and hooking. Have you been nominated for a Grammy for your anthem yet?
No, but I wasn't on any giant bloopers, which was the main goal going into that, because I felt like there's like Whitney Houston and Chris Stapleton, and then there's like Roseanne and Carl Lewis. So I felt like as long as I'm in between somewhere, then and it's not a total disaster and I don't forget the words, then it's it's all right. But way more pressure than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I didn't really think wholeheartedly about that. I thought, yeah, this is going to be fun. I'll do it real quick, no problem. And then I thought, wow, there's 50,000 people and millions of people watching. Don't mess it up.
Honestly, I thought you slayed. Like it was really impressive.
Thank you.
It was much better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, I tell you, I did 6 practice sessions, and each one of them was 1 minute and 35 seconds. But there's a 2-second delay on everything on the field there, and I couldn't hear myself, so I was like, oh, like you finally hear yourself. So it slowed my tempo down a whole 30 seconds, which I know all the baseball players hated. But yeah, I was glad I didn't ruin it.
The real question is, how'd you keep it secret? Because the best whole thing was you sang the national anthem opening day at Busch Stadium, and your teammates didn't know. So the look, I forget it. Were you standing next to Michaelis maybe? And the look on his face was like Montgomery. He's like, wait, what?
Yeah, because he had just said to me, before we went out there, he's like, dude, who's singing the anthem? Man, you should have sang the anthem. You're hurt. This would have been a great time. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe next time. I didn't think about it, And so that's why you see when I go to step away after John Ulett announces me, I go to step away. He looks at me and goes, "What? No way!" That was a good reaction.
How different is baseball now than when you debuted, Adam?
I mean, you know what? The one thing that's wonderful about the game of baseball is it's largely the same, right? There's lots of little things that are different, little nuances are different. The pitch clock obviously sped things up a little bit, which probably we needed to do a little bit. I do think we should add about 5 more seconds onto it for pitchers, but the game is largely the same, and it's very cyclical. So things that were in vogue 20 years ago, aren't anymore, and the old school way of pitching down in the zone is kind of coming back in thing maybe a little bit, and like all the things that were really cool back then maybe aren't cool now. And the game of baseball is still, you're still giving it everything you got. It's still the batter versus the pitcher who can win the game. It's still baseball, and I love baseball. I think it's the greatest game out there.
So was the burger phone cool 20 years ago, and that's why you brought it back in your last year?
Well, we're always on the call. Somebody's always on the call right now. Guaranteed somebody's on the call if they're Paul DeYoung right now. And so you're like, you know what? I'm calling it. And you take all the credit when he actually hits a home run. Sometimes you're like, yep, I did that. It was clearly because of me. So then we look up, we see the Big Mac sign. We've been trying to get a McDonald's sponsorship all year, but hasn't happened yet. So, you know, I'm looking now we're out shopping around. Is there a burger outlet out there that wants to be our sponsor? You know, that's kind of what we're searching for.
Look, you better find one soon, because it's like it's sweeping the nation. You guys have hit like 1,000 homers since the Burger Phone debuted.
The Burger Phone is hot. The Burger Phone's hot.
Are there rules for the Burger Phone?
You get one call a game, unless you are right or something great happened, to get a base hit or walk or something, get your call back. You get one call a game, yeah, I mean it's basically that simple, right? You get one call a game, you blow it. But if he hits into double play, you got to take a lap.
During the game, you take a lap?
Strikes out swinging, and he looks really bad, you got to take a lap. You know, goes up there and tries to bunt when you're on the call, take a lap.
Shouldn't Ollie Marmol have to take a lap if he tells the guy to bunt after you put a call on him?
Ollie's the last guy that's going to tell somebody to bunt. I can tell you that. If somebody bunt, I remember he told Tommy he was going to punch him in the throat if he saw him bunt right-handed anymore, because he's got such a high slug right-handed.
Did anyone call Donovan in the second?
Oh, I'm sure. You know what? No, I think he got off that time. I don't think so. But you know, we got all kinds of crazy little games playing. We got a wheel and like the Wheel of Fortune that we turn, or Price is Right at the turn, and you got to see, you know, whatever the arrow lands on, that's what you have to do. The player of the game has to spin that wheel. We got all kinds of fun things going on.
Where do you get a Price is Right wheel or a Wheel of Fortune wheel?
I don't even know where these guys come up with stuff like that. I think that was Trace Barrera and maybe Burleson or somebody like that came up with the wheel, and Michaelis came up with a hamburger phone. And, I don't know. We're having fun again, though. It's a rough start, you know. But they didn't have me out there, you know, throwing my 88 right by people early on in the season. So
you were the straw. You're the straw.
That's what I claim. That's what I keep telling people, anyways.
Are you enjoying your last year?
Yeah, I am. I'm having a great time. I'm still playing Major League Baseball, you know, for the St. Louis Cardinals. Come on, Bob.
Sounded better than it was, I think. In the air to right, 2 down.
Since we've been here, this flag's been blowing straight in. Good pitcher's park right now. I don't know if it always plays like that. I've only been here 3 times in my 18 years, if I can remember right. So I don't have a whole lot of experience here. But yeah, I'm having a blast, man. I'm playing big league baseball with St. Louis Cardinals, traveling around. But this is the first year I can tell you I'm totally at peace with that. Honestly, going into the last 3 seasons, I thought this is probably going to be it. Maybe even 4 or 5 seasons I've gone in like, this is probably going to be it. And I've been on a 1 year every time. But this is the first year that I thought, you know what, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to finish strong. We're going to win this thing. And then I'm totally at peace stepping away. I mean, it's been a good run. My daughters and my son at home, they need me. And my wife needs me to be there to help carry that load. And you know what, too? I'm just kind of old for doing this anymore. So I've had fun. It's been a great run. I can't wait to finish strong, and then can't wait to see what's next. We'll see.
Hey, stay away. Stay away. Do it as long as you can, Wayno.
That's what everyone tells me. That's what everyone tells me.
Because once you get home, guess what? Jenny's going to say, here's the kids. You got them now. I did it for 18 years. It's your turn now.
Yeah, I know, and I'm looking forward to that a little bit, too. But after a while, she's probably going to kick me out of the house, too. But I got a little album coming out soon here, which I would have totally made fun of any player coming out with an album until I did it. And I think it's a great idea. That'll be coming out in a couple months. I got maybe some future broadcasting in mind, and if y'all, if somebody will have me.
Yeah, are you gonna join us again in the booth in the postseason?
No, I'm gonna be playing in the postseason.
Okay, let's say something happens and you guys aren't playing.
About it. I don't even want to think about it.
Okay, good answer. But let's just say.
Let's just say next year.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, next year's the for sure. I'd like to do it. I love watching the game, and I love breaking down the pitching sequencing and stuff. The sequencing of pitching is my favorite thing about pitching. I mean, it just is. Like that's last inning, Jack was up, and the hitter flew out to center field. Rosario flew out to center field, but I called. I'm like, all right, slow. We got a heater in right here. I think he's going, because I called it originally. I called a ground ball to third double play because he's been kind of pulling lately. I said, if he's smart about this, fastball in right here, a little jam job grounder to second, we're going to get us a little double play. And he executed that pitch, but he just pulled his hands in and flew out to center. But I love that cat and mouse game. I love to call that. I love watching it. I love talking about baseball. I mean, geez, what's not to like about that gig?
Well, you know, if I'm calling your game, I'm going, well, he's going to throw an 88-mile-an-hour. He's going to throw a high school curveball, and he's going to try and cut one in, and he's going to try and get a ground ball.
It's a heavy 88, though. Heavy.
Hey, real quick, is it getaway day, Wayno?
Y'all heard about that, huh?
We heard a little something.
Hey, when you get old, Wayno, you start forgetting your days.
Here's the deal. Historically, I've pitched horribly at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, and I checked out a day early. I didn't know it, but I got to the park, dressed up in my suit, bags packed, checked out of the hotel room, you know, and it was a day early.
Ooh, that's called strike 3. You don't like it, do you?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Wayno, thank you so much.
All right, we didn't score, so I'm never coming back.
All right, well, enjoy your career.
See ya.
Adam Wainwright, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom 5, thanks to Adam Wainwright and Cal Quantrill for joining us from their respective dugouts. You excited to have Adam Wainwright back in the booth with you at some point soon?
He's not coming.
He's not?
That's what he said.
Well, I said sometime soon.
Oh.
The 1-0. And Gallagher lifts it right side.
Listen, one of the best dudes on the planet. Not only just as a baseball player, he was a great teammate, but a great father, great person. Does a lot of charity work. We didn't even get into his charity work he does in St. Louis and around. And yeah, he was great doing games with them. It was interesting because when I played for the Cardinals in 2014, he was in his prime. As we see the catcher's ranks for the Guardians, and I don't want to look at that because as a former catcher, I don't want to see that. But Wainwright kind of was mentoring me because I came into St. Louis in the middle of the year and he was kind of helping me. And then he steps into the booth and guess what? The roles reversed.
Yeah.
And I'm telling him, hey, this is how you kind of do this thing, Adam. And great learner, great listener, and just a great fellow.
It's called strike 3 on the outside corner and 1 gone. Hey, next Saturday's Baseball Night in America on Fox, and it does not get much bigger than this. Aaron Judge and the Yankees against Mookie Betts and the Dodgers, or these same Guardians against the first place Minnesota Twins. 7 Eastern on Fox. Check for the game in your area. You know, it was interesting talking to Albert Pujols briefly during a game last year. He sort of said a lot of the same things about just having so much fun his final season and knowing that there was closure. And I thought it was interesting the parallels there because Adam clearly didn't know the last couple of years if he was going to be done. But now just to know that, it seems like there's some calm that's washed over him.
Not many people get to pick when they're done. And to be able to say, hey, this is my last year, that's special. And you get to enjoy it more. You get to look out and say, it's the last time I'm coming to Cleveland.
Ground ball first base from Quan Goldschmidt with range and Flaherty covering. 2 down.
It's the last time I'm going anywhere. Last time I'm going to do this. And it's great. It's got to be a great feeling for Adam and his family to know after this, I'm done. I'm walking away, and I'm walking out on my terms. Congratulations to him, and he needs to get those 3 more wins though to get to 200.
He'll get there.
I hope so. I'm rooting for him.
2 down, Rosario. Jack Flaherty, just 1 walk in 4 2/3 so far, and that's good news for St. Louis. I was talking to Jack Flaherty's high school coach, Ethan Katz, who's the pitching coach for the White Sox, and he was talking about, number 1, how competitive Jack is, but number 2, how quick of a study he was early on in life. He learned his slider in like a day. As this is laced down the left field line toward the corner, and that is a fair ball on 1 hop to the wall. Rosario has his 2nd double with 2 out in the 5th.
No way they don't walk Jose Ramirez right there. They have to. If they pitch to Jose Ramirez, I would be shocked. Now, they probably will because I said that. See, Rosario gets a hanging slider, rips it for his 2nd double, but Jose Ramirez is the one guy really in this lineup that can hurt you, and he's the one with the RBI. So why not just put him on, not take any chances? And they're going to pitch to him.
Will they, capital P, pitch to him?
Well, we said that in the first inning. They didn't throw many strikes, and they punched him out. Now, as a hitter, the other side of it is, you're thinking, man, they're not going to throw me anything, and then they throw you a first pitch like a changeup. They're trying to get him to chase. They're trying to get him to go out of the zone.
0-1 to Ramirez. I wonder if part of the calculus is, too, if you add a base runner and then Flaherty gets wild, then you have a real problem on your hands.
He's going to have to walk 2, though, to get a run.
Right.
So you try to not let the other team's best hitter beat you.
It's something in his eye.
Midges. The midges are back, Jason.
That happened here the other day to a White Sox pitcher. And the first thing I thought of was Jabba Chamberlain.
And the midges.
Oof. You just want to see how many times you could say midges?
Yes.
Take the over. It is midge season.
It's baseball season, so it's midge season.
1-1 to Ramirez.
Speaking of midges, if you've not heard Doug Minkiewicz tell the story for the Alumni Association on Legends Territory about when Derek Jeter pranked him during the job of Chamberlain midge.
I've not heard it. No.
You need to listen to it. They pulled this whole thing with Macy's.
Sounds elaborate. 3-1. In case you want to see this, this is Jabba Chamberlain back in 07. Oh, yikes. Having to blow air to make sure they're not in your mouth. Not an ideal day on the bump.
No.
Yikes. Fouled away. He went slow breaking ball. 3-2. Okay, so what's your pitch here and where?
Well, we struck him out in the first inning on a fastball out of the zone. Try that. Because you've done nothing but slow him down this entire bat. You've done changeups and slow curveballs. Changeup, slow curveball. Changeups and slow curveballs. We've talked about Flaherty's walks. This is not a case where it's bad to walk Jose Ramirez right here.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball out of the zone.
There you go.
Good call. Inning over. See if that bugs Ramirez. Great game here tonight. St. Louis and Cleveland tied at 1, top of the 6th. Lars Nootbaar takes a look at ball 1 from Tanner Bybee, who already has 3 starts. Half of his starts this season have been 7 or more strikeouts. Terry Francona was pretty bullish on this young man. We talked to him before the game.
No, he likes him.
Yeah.
He said he came out of Cal State Fullerton, zoomed through the minor leagues. But he said he's got a chance to pitch here a long time because he throws strikes. He has multiple pitches he can throw for strikes. He's not afraid of the moment. He comes right after guys. Coming from Terry Francona, those are big words.
They certainly are. Just thinking after that pitch, how many times have we seen him really throw a meatball tonight? Like fat part of the plate. He works the corners pretty well.
I know one.
Yeah, left.
Yeah, went out. The meatball went right out of the park to right field by Donovan. But don't forget now, Tanner Bybee, he's had 5 starts. 4 of the 5, he's had 2 earned runs or less. So he's been good.
2-2 is right there. Strike 3. Nootbaar strikes out for the 3rd time. It's a career high in strikeouts for Bybee, tying a start against Colorado.
Just a slider right down the middle. Nootbaar not looking for it. Can't believe it. He was looking for a meatball. He got it. He couldn't eat it though, Jason.
Gotta have utensils that are active. One down for Goldschmidt. First pitch, swing and a miss again to the outside corner. Back to Bybee versus Flaherty here. 7 total hits, 2 earned runs, just a couple walks.
Great job by both guys. The 1 walk scored for Flaherty, and the 1 meatball that Bybee threw left the park for a home run. Other than that, they've been great. There's been a little bit of traffic, more for Flaherty than for Bybee, but Flaherty's pitched around it, made pitches when he's had to, punched out Jose Ramirez twice with runners in scoring position.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. I mean, challenging in the strike zone with his breaking stuff here.
Well, if you want to know how good of a slider you have, you throw it to Paul Goldschmidt and you see a swing like this. That's how you know you have a good slider.
1-2, a high heat, 2-2.
And then you try to rush him up. Now, no, I thought you gave me the slider sign like he's going to rush him again.
You same fastball?
But he's not. He's going to throw a slider.
That's why I gave you the sign. 2-2. No, it was. I like evil cackle AJ. One of my favorite kinds of AJ.
I love it when they listen to me. Just fastball right down the middle. Why? Because he was thinking Jason Benetti's going to throw me another slider, and he just blows it by him instead. Interesting though, Goldschmidt, he struggled with fastballs this year. He hasn't been as good. He's crushing off speed in the zone, which he's always done. But he's had a little bit of a hard time with some heat.
First one here is in, ball 1. Goldschmidt he's had 3 multi-homer games. So the 9 home runs have come in pockets, right? So it's been a little up and down.
Yeah. At the end of the year, his numbers are going to be perfectly where they're supposed to be.
Oh, he's a perennial all-star. And that's kind of your point there, is why Cardinal fans believe in this team when they do, is because you have Goldschmidt and Arenado on the corners, and you just expect that you're going to be okay.
And you have Adam Wainwright. You have Miles Michaelis.
Gallagher gave him the freeze. He thought he was holding strike 2.
You have guys that have done it at the highest level. That's the Cardinals fans' hope, is that these guys will balance out. And the one pitch that Bybee has used effectively with these lefties is that changeup you just got to swing and miss. Right there on. It's been a weapon for him.
That was a changeup up. 2-2 coming. Contact there in the air to right field for Brennan. 1-2-3 inning for Bybee. He's through 6. Tanner Bybee retired 12 of his last 13, and if he is done tonight, 6 innings of 2-hit ball against a great offense is outstanding.
Great job by him. He deserves a ton of credit. Only one mistake, the home run. Other than that, controlled multiple pitches, 4 pitches. Controlled his fastball and made really one mistake in 6 innings. 9 punchies, career high. Great job by him. That's the guy that owned it.
The Donovan home run, the only run for St. Louis. Ramirez has driven in the only Guardians run so far. And Jack Flaherty, 83 pitches on the other side of Bybee. Got victimized by Ramirez, giving up 5 hits, 3 doubles. Broken bat flare over first and down for a hit. Naylor, a 2-strike single to lead off the 6th.
Broken bat is right. This ball saws him off. I love that reaction though. See how he brought his hands in? That's the definition of throwing the ball out there to the outfield. Just being stronger than the ball and throwing it over Goldschmidt's head.
He threw him 2 changeups, and then he went fastball in 0-2.
Well, he threw a fastball in off the plate. It wasn't a bad pitch. That was a good pitch. You're just unlucky.
Here's Bell, who goes after the first pitch again and pops it up. And 1 down. Here is Andres Jimenez, who came in 4 for his last 9. He was an all-star last year. And what a great story. I mean, when he signed, he was like 120 pounds. He was always the guy who was too small to play and all that stuff. And the Guardians now have him as one of the cornerstones of what they do.
What did you say? 6 years, 107 million?
It's a big number.
With that, it's easy for, with that comes expectations, okay? And with expectations comes, I don't want to say pressure, but more focus on what you're doing. And Andres Jimenez, kind of like what you just said, has always been the kid. You're too small, you're never going to make it. He had the underdog mentality. Well, guess what? Signing a $100 million deal, it flips. Now you're supposed to perform. Now you feel like, oh, I have to do more. I have to perform. when sometimes you just need to take a step back and try to do less.
Oh, that's an interesting thought that he's never been playing from ahead.
No, he's always been chasing that contract or that recognition that, hey, you've done this. Instead, which has been his whole life.
Yep. I mean, he was one of the best players in the American League last year as he takes a strike there at 3-1.
And he'll get back to it. It's not like you forget how to play. You just get off to a start and get off to a great start. And then you start thinking, man, gosh, I got all this money and people are expecting me to be this great player, but that wasn't how you thought before.
In the air, left-hand side. And Burleson makes the catch. Who's a guy that you remember who got a contract like that and handled it well immediately?
Man, it's tough because Paul Konerko, it wasn't 7 years like Jimenez's was. He got a 5-year deal after we won the World Series, and he was the same guy. It's just everyone handles things differently.
Yeah, and it's hard to do.
It's hard because you say, oh, I'm not going to change. You change. You just do.
Miles Straw in the air to right. Donovan was playing in, and he backpedals to make the catch. 10-pitch inning for Flaherty despite the leadoff single. '25th appearance this year for James Karinchak out of the Cleveland bullpen.
Karinchak's a 2-pitch pitcher. Fastball, curveball, ton of strikeouts. 31 strikeouts, 21 2/3. Walks a little high. I think for him, Jason, he's given up a lot of home runs this year.
Yeah, he's given up 6 home runs after 2 all of last year. That's why his the fielding independent pitching FIP, as they call it, is 6.10. They try to take the fielding out of it, and when your ERA is worse than your FIP, you've kind of been unlucky. He's been somewhat fortunate based on that number, but the walks and the home runs are the big problem as Arenado has to play the limbo rock.
And also his velo's down. He used to be a 99 to 100 guy. He's 93, 94, 95. Got a lot of quirks out there. You see him throw the ball up and do a bunch of interesting things on the mound.
Can I ask you how a 2-pitch pitcher just shook 3 times?
Location?
Okay.
Fastball in? No. Yeah. Curveball? No. Fastball away? No. Fastball at his head? Yes.
Right. Yeah. There should be a button that says, "What do you want?" Why don't you just say the pitch you want to throw?
Yes.
Two and one for Arenado. And that is ball 3. Very close. Zone hit a fastball here.
He's going to try. If he throws him a fastball, this ball could get hit a long ways. But he throws it nowhere close.
Not even near the zone. Ball 4 to lead off the inning. Jack Flaherty, it looks like, based on the reaction of the dugout, he might be done. 6 innings, 1 earned run. Your thoughts on his night?
A nice night. Really nice night. Only 1 run, 1 walk. That's the big number we talked about. 1 walk and a wild pitch. So he walked the guy, then he wild pitched him a second, then Jose Ramirez got the hit to drive in the run. But other than that, he was really good. Commanded the strike zone, pitched to the edges.
Here's Contreras to take ball 1. He went breaking ball to start. Contreras 1 for 29 his last 8 games, trying to break it in a big way for the Cardinals.
What was it? Arenado and Contreras came into this game 1 for 40.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. It's tough if your 4 or 5 guys are 1 for the last 40.
(1-0) from Karinchak. Another curveball. 2-0. Now this has to be a fastball, right?
He hasn't thrown anything really for strikes. Fastball is missed up and in. Breaking ball he's just bounced to. Yeah, if you're betting, if you're a betting man, yes, you're betting on a fastball. Now, can he locate it? Because if he doesn't, like I said about Arenado, Wilson Contreras can hit it a long ways also.
So what are you thinking if you're Contreras here?
Get the one pitch you're looking for. Because the odds of him throwing 3 strikes right now before he throws 2 more balls are slim. The way he's thrown these first 7 pitches he's thrown.
Yeah, the first one was a strike. The next 6 have been out of the zone. Arenado at first, 2-0 to Contreras. And that is called a strike. He went hook.
He went breaking ball, and I give him credit. It's a 2-0 curveball. Wow. But that's the rub as a hitter, right? You're thinking, man, he walked the leadoff guy. He's 2-0 on me. Do I swing or do I not swing? It's such a cat and mouse. Now he's going fastball in.
Way in.
I like the pitch selection, not the pitch. Why would you throw a fastball in? He's already shown he can't throw a fastball for a strike, period. So instead, you're going to make the miss radius even smaller, because the fastball in, it's got to be perfect, because if it's out over the plate, it gets whacked. And if it's in, the guys do what Contreras doing, move out of the way.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know that people at home think about it like that, but fastball in has a smaller target zone, you're saying?
Absolutely, like 3-2. Fastball in, if you're 3-2 in a big situation, you have such a small miss, because most guys won't swing at it, and if you miss over the plate, they're going to hit it. And if there's a hole there, if you can tunnel it.
That's low. It's ball 4. He tried fastball. He missed it downstairs, and now the crowd is regaling Karinchak with their feelings. The only run today for the Cardinals off this swing from Donovan.
The one meatball he threw. Donovan hit it. Got to circle the pillows, as old Jim Thome used to say here in Cleveland. The one offensive jolt the Cardinals have had for an offense that's been great is that one swing by Donovan.
Hench is up in the Cleveland bullpen right now. This is the 3rd batter that Karinchak has to face. The only lefty for Cleveland is up. They have the righty DeYoung next. Then the lefty Burleson after, and St. Louis has 4 righties on the bench.
Might see some of those guys. They make the move to the left-hander.
Donovan's homered and walked. 2 on, nobody out, 7th inning. And you heard Waino say it. It's going to take a lot to get Ollie Marmol to bunt in any situation.
Well, I was looking at Jose Ramirez. He's in the grass, and I want to yell down to him, hey, they're not going to bunt. Back up.
Adam said it a couple innings ago.
Adam Wainwright sold out the Cardinals. Headline news.
0-1. Way upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, you remember Karinchak when he first came up, he was a strikeout machine. He was striking out everybody. Throwing 100, had his whole skid he had where he's throwing the ball around. I mean, is it the pitch clock, you think, Jason? Is it he looks different than he did a couple years ago.
And he still had a pretty good year when he was up last year. Now that's a good fastball. I mean, his ERA was 2.08 last year in 38 games. The strikeout number wasn't the same, but he was still getting outs. The walks are just way too much this year.
Well, this year's the home runs.
Yeah.
He's giving up too many home runs.
Time called by Donovan, his 1 timeout. We've seen pitchers use that. If it's early in a sequence, they can kind of put you in the deep freeze. Long hold for Karinchak. Check swing, ball in the dirt. And he didn't go. 2-2.
What a stop by Gallagher. We already talked about it. This one sounded like he got flesh. This ball bounces way in front of the plate. Ooh, I don't miss that, Jason. Have some nice seam marks on his left forearm after the game.
What does that feel like, AJ?
Like someone slaps you as hard as they can on a piece of your body.
Yeah, no fun.
No.
It wouldn't deter you from calling it again.
No. I just hope he throws a little better one.
2-2. 2 on, nobody out. Way upstairs, a curveball that lost its way, and it's 3-2.
Now you're behind the 8 ball because you're thinking, as the catcher, you're Gallagher, you're thinking, man, he hasn't commanded anything. What can I throw that? Because you got to make him swing at some point. Walk the first 2 guys. What can I throw that get someone to possibly swing at?
Not that. Bases loaded on walks. It is Midge season and Boo Bird season here in Cleveland, and here comes Terry Francona. 16 pitches, 12 balls, 4 strikes.
Not a good outing.
Tomorrow on FS1, Week 7 of the 2023 USFL season continues. It's the Michigan Panthers and the New Jersey Generals in a bunched-up North Division. It all kicks off at 5:30 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Time now for our SeatGeek Stadium profile, and it's the lovely home of the Cleveland Guardians, formerly Jacobs Field, now Progressive Field. Year number 30, basically. Coming around the corner, 3 World Series, couple of All-Star games, including a few years ago with that great battle between Pete Alonso and Vlad Guerrero Jr. in the home run derby here, and some just killer 90s teams. That lineup they had with Tomey and Bell, Kenny Lofton, Carlos Baerga, all the way down.
Manny. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
They had a nice run in the late 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s. They're about to put about $200 million into this place too. Don't forget, Jason.
Yes, indeed. First pitch from Sam Hentges, lifted to right field, and a running grab for Brennan. No tag, and 1 down. Hentges gets a big first out of the Cleveland bullpen.
We didn't even get to talk about Sam Hentges and what he throws and how effective he's been for the Guardians. Gets a first pitch swing from DeYoung. Hits this ball in a line, but with Brennan running straight in, catching it in perfect stride, there's no way Arenado can try and tag on a ball that's basically a deep second base where the old Rover used to play in the shift.
So the first out, we mentioned those righties off the bench, and Yepez going to pinch hit in the 8th spot for Burleson. A couple of homers this year for Juan Yepez, who started in the Braves organization. First pitch, breaking ball, a strike.
Interesting, Tito Francona using Hentges here. He's a guy he mentioned might be the closer if Clase was unavailable tonight. He's a fastball, curve, slider. He saw first pitch curve to Yepez.
This is kind of a safe situation. Like the game is there. It's
well, except it's
leaning over the cliff.
base loaded, no outs to bring a guy in.
Right.
It's a tough situation to bring anybody in. Now he's looking for a ground ball. He got the first out. Now if he gets a ground ball, he's thinking, man, I'm 1 pitch away from getting out of this with no runs. Trust me, Karinchak's over there rooting for him like nobody's business.
That is 1,000,000% true.
Flaherty's rooting for the Cardinals to score, so he has a chance at a win.
A lot of interested parties. 2 strikes from Hentges. Thought about pulling the trigger and didn't. Yepez, 1-2. Got more than a 50% whiff rate on that breaking ball this year, Hentges. One, two. In the dirt.
Another great stop by Gallagher behind the plate.
Is that a slider? He
It was
doesn't
a
throw
slider.
it much.
That was a slider. He's thrown a curveball, 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 and then a slider, 1-2. You got to go back to the curveball here. It's your best pitch.
2-2. On the ground and foul, he did.
like you said, Jason, over 50% swing rate at that curveball. Go with your best pitcher. You got you're ahead of them 2-2. You almost run the at bat out with a curveball. You're saying, even if it gets to 3-2, you're thinking, I'd rather give up 1 than 4.
2-2 again. Oh, fastball painted in.
So similar to the Jose Ramirez at bats we talked about, curveball steals a strike. Curveball pulled foul. Curveball almost gets a swing, doesn't, holds back. Slider, great stop by Gallagher. Curveball foul. Yepez is thinking, man, he's not going to throw me a fastball. 97, paint on the outside corner.
So 2 gone. The 9-hitter Tommy Edman looks at a heater for a strike.
This is where Jason is a catcher. You saw Gallagher kind of walk out and say 2 outs. You look at your pitcher and say, I know you got 2 outs. You got to get the 3rd out here. Refocus, get this 3rd out, get us back in the dugout. Hopefully the Guardians can score a run if you're a Cleveland fan.
On the ground is shortstop and playable to get the out. Rosario, and let's see. That is it. Let's see if St. Louis wants to challenge here. We've seen them do that before. Donovan running through the base. And he is out, we believe. Cardinals were thinking about challenging. They will not. Bases left loaded by Henches. It is sponsored by Geico. See how easy it is to bundle all your insurance needs. Stan Musial, who joined the Navy in World War II, among many baseball players who sacrificed a couple of seasons. Obviously, there are far greater sacrifices even that we are remembering this weekend in Memorial Day across America. As we're still tied at 1 here, St. Louis and Cleveland. Sam Henches, an outstanding performance, and this sliced down the right field line and foul for strike 1 to Brennan. Burleson pinch hit 4, so Donovan moves to left, and Oscar Mercado, the former Cleveland outfielder, is in right.
This is all because of the Yepez at bat. So they have to. You lose Burleson, therefore you burn your best at bat with his Yepez, and then you put Mercado in for defense.
It's a 2 for 1. Here's a ground ball to second base. Tommy Edman finishes Brennan. 1 down, and we go to Los Angeles for a game break. Kevin Burkhardt. Kevin, thank you very much. Dodgers can't get away from the Diamondbacks, though. Arizona, what, 2 games back now in the National League West, as they'll pinch hit for Gallagher here. Cleveland will. Here's the National League West. 2 games back, Arizona. San Francisco has had its way with Milwaukee the last couple of days. They're 4.5 back.
San Francisco is playing great. They were down, kind of counted out. Gabe Kapler's righted the ship there, got them back over 500. Arizona's the team. It just won't go away, like you said. And then where's San Diego? What's going on out there in Friarland? That's
what they're asking. They were right there with the Yankees today, but the Yankees walked them off in New York, 3-2 and 10. As Tyler Freeman grabs a bat, and he swung it pretty well for Terry Francona.
He has. I'm just a little surprised they're using him with nobody on base. Maybe he's just Terry Tito. It's hoping one swing and get him on the board, but yeah, that's tough when nobody on base.
So they're hitting for Gallagher. They do have 2 catchers on the bench. They have Fry and Zunino available to catch. They're carrying 3 catchers. Fry can also play around the diamond as well. Jack Flaherty still in the ball game, and 1-1 now to Freeman.
I like that move though by Ollie Marmol.
You do?
Yeah. He was only at 91 pitches coming this inning. He's been in complete control of this game. You don't score the run to give them the lead. Let them go. Let them try and get through the bottom of the order right here. You already got Brennan out. Now he's working on a pinch hitter in Freeman. Why not? What do you got? What do you have to lose if you're Ollie Marmol and the Cardinals at this point?
No, especially when you're looking for length from your starters to save a bullpen. This is lifted to right field, driving Mercado back to the track to make the catch. And 2 down here in the 7th inning. Freeman gave it a ride.
We keep talking about the Cardinals. They need an ace. They need a pitcher. They need this. They need that. Well, maybe it's Jack Flaherty. Maybe this is the outing that gets him going and helps him get back to the form in 2019.
That would be huge for this team.
Absolutely. 7 innings. If he gets an out here, 1 run, 1 walk, it's a big deal.
2 down for Kwan. Last year, Terry Francona mentioned a story in his office about Stephen Kwan and one of those iPitch machines. You know, those machines where you can type in whatever pitcher you want to put in and it shows you the spin and everything. Kwan fouled a ball off the simulated pitcher off the machine a couple hours before a game. Then he comes into the game and like his second at bat he did the same thing. This to shortstop will be a base hit for Kwan. It's a 2-out single for him and Rosario will bat. So he fouled the ball off 3 hours before the game off the machine. That's how good the machine is. He did it in real time in the game.
Well, I hope he worked on breaking his bat off Jack Flaherty and getting the knock, because that's what he just did.
Would you run here if you're Terry Francona?
Absolutely. Although Rosario's got 2 doubles off of Flaherty, but counting on him to hit a 3rd one, it's going to take a double for Kwan to score. Take a shot. Why not?
Rosario on a line to right. Mercado makes the catch. No chance to run. A 1-pitch out. Flaherty's through 7. We're still deadlocked. Jack Flaherty between innings gets a hug from his manager, so it looks like he is now done. 7 innings, 1 earned run, a walk, 4 strikeouts. How about that night?
Great job. We thought he was done after 6. He went out there and shoved it for another inning.
There's Fry coming in, one of the 2 catchers on the bench, starting play tonight for Terry Francona. And Ollie Marmol, when he was talking about the clubhouse and how it's come together, he credited Flaherty, Adam Wainwright, those guys as a pitching staff for helping the whole catching situation as well, and Wilson Contreras, and pushing that thing forward and making sure the Cardinals came out of it a better team.
Absolutely. That's what you need from your veteran leadership guys, especially your starting pitchers. Show the new guy. I talked about Adam Wainwright when I came to St. Louis. He was there. Help the new guy.
Nootbaar over the mound. The shortstop, Rosario, ranging over, and there is 1 down. This is only a 1-1 tie because of Sam Hench's last inning.
Great job by him. First pitch breaking ball. DeYoung hits it, gets an out. Can't go there with no outs. First out. Then he gets the punchy on just a perfect pitch at 97. Then he gets Tommy Edman to hit a weak ground ball. And I don't know what they were doing at second base, but see, even Jimenez is like, what was that dude trying?
Ball 1 down in the dirt to Paul Goldschmidt.
What do you think they were? You think Donovan was just trying to beat the throw? And then if he runs past, because he can't stop on the base going full speed, but he's thinking if I beat it, the run counts.
That's right. If you end up in a timing play sort of situation, then running through the bag can help you in certain ways, but I think it might have just been the step that he was trying to get to the bag.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He wasn't going to be able to stop. So I think that's what he was doing. Now back in the day,
I mean, we've seen teams do that before, run through second base on the final out.
Yeah, but I think that's what he was trying to do. It just looked awkward. You saw Jimenez's head snap around like, what is he doing?
They got the out, inning over. 2-1 pitch is a fastball for a strike to Goldschmidt, 2-2. line foul. Cardinals have a chance to pick up a game in the NL Central. They could wake up tomorrow 4 games back of Milwaukee. Pittsburgh lost to Seattle as well, 5-0. So the Pirates are just a game over 500. Anybody's game in the Centrals.
It really is.
I mean, 9 out of 10 teams are really open to winning that in the NL combined with the AL Central.
What's amazing is if you look at the Cardinals and where they were at the end of April, you would have said there's no way they're going to be back in the playoff race. Here they are, they win. They are right back in the middle of it. And same with the Guardians. The Guardians are right there, as bad as they played.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. April 30th, they were 10 games back, St. Louis, and here is strike 3 for 2 down in the 8th. They're 10 games back at the end of April, and you can lose a division in April. They didn't, though, because since then they're scoring more than 2 more runs per game.
Well, their ERA's almost dropped to 4 also. So yes, it's great when you hit, but at the end of the day, you got to pitch. And if you don't pitch, you ain't winning. We talked about those great 90s Indians teams, and everyone remembers the sluggers, but they forget that they were pretty good pitching too. They had some dudes that could throw it. They had great bullpens. Austin Mocker and Jose Mesa, Joe Table.
Dennis Martinez, Bartolo Colon, Oral Hershiser was here for a couple years. Gorman grounds out. He's 0 for 4 tonight. Top of the order, 1 through 3 is 0 for 12. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Expedia, made to travel. Larry Doby in the Navy in World War II. Obviously a pioneer in Major League Baseball. When he was involved in the war effort, there was the same segregation as we saw early in Major League Baseball with the military teams as well. So he had to play on a team that was made up of all black players. He wasn't allowed to play for the team that was made up of all white players, and such a pioneer in the game of baseball, Larry Doby, giving up years of his life in the war effort as well as we play baseball this Memorial Day weekend. And Palante out of the bullpen for St. Louis.
Andre Palante. Fastball, slider, curve. Was sent down for a little bit here, Jason. His ERA was elevated since he's been back. He's been much better, and the key for him, 1 for 10 since he came back on sliders and curveballs. So he gets his out with his breaking ball, showed the fastball. I just caught a midge.
Did you?
Yeah, he's right there. Fly him into the light.
It's been a tough midge night here at the ballpark. Tough night for offense, too. 2-1. Ramirez clips it foul. A fastball in, 2-2.
Jose Ramirez to be in these 4 at-bats. You talk about being in between. We saw Flaherty with 2 strikes elevate, throw fastballs by him, which he never usually went out of the strike zone. He looks like he's seen so many breaking balls and so many guys pitch so carefully to him that he doesn't know what to look for. And as a hitter, you have to somewhat guess, educated guesses.
Right side base hit. And it's bobbled by Mercado and right. Ramirez takes advantage into second base with nobody out in the 8th. Oh, the former Cleveland outfielder couldn't handle it cleanly.
Well, he gets a fastball. They've struck him out, remember. 2 times of that. Mercado just whiffs it. Jose Ramirez never stops running, gets to second with no outs. Watch, he's going from the get-go. He's going, and then he turns it on. You love that from your best player.
He's such a strong base runner, AJ. Naylor, first pitch, swing and a miss.
You don't bunt here, Jason?
No, not with that swing. There's a reaction from Straw in the dugout.
That's the first swing that Ramirez looked comfortable in because he got 2 pitches, the same speed, back to back. He got fastball, and he remembered his other at bats. He's gotten a fastball, struck him out with 2 strikes. He's ready that time. That's how you build at bats. That's how you build. That's how you become one of the best players in baseball, is by having those at bats, knowing what to look for, and having an idea. Now Naylor's got to catch him in. He's got to get him to third or drive him in. At the worst, you hit a ground ball to the right side and get Jose Ramirez to third base.
1-1. Naylor at chopper. You had just said it. Ramirez didn't really know what to look for, and then he saw a couple pitches that were pretty similar.
But it was at bat after bat. They had pitched him kind of the same way, right? Slow to get ahead, and then shoot. Fastballs, right? Struck him out. Well, that time he was ready for it with 2 strikes. They also didn't throw it out of the strike zone. They threw it for a strike. The other times they were out of the strike zone.
It leaves Ramirez at second for Naylor, who again 3 straight days had a home run in the 8th or later for Cleveland a couple of weeks ago. Ramirez at second, the lead run. Naylor, it's foul off of him in the box. That ended up fair, but it was foul off of him, and still 1-2.
Off his shin. He's trying to do the right thing. This hits his shin. Off his toe. The big toe is Holka, Sergeant Holka. But he's trying to do the right thing. Watch that swing. He's trying to get around the ball. He's trying to hit a ball to the right side. Get Ramirez to third with less than 2 outs.
1-2 is a one-hopper. He's on his way to third. Ramirez is there. This is how Cleveland won games last year.
This is a Guardians rally at its finest. Single, E9, wild pitch, runner on third, no outs. Go ahead, run on third base with no outs. Now, as the hitter, your mindset completely changes. Now you're thinking, I get a ball up, I got to get a ball to the outfield somehow.
Infield in, 2-2 to Naylor. And he sidesteps ball number 3. Now, if you're the Cardinals, you don't necessarily, I know you got him at 2 strikes, you don't have to feed him here.
No, you have 2 bases open. You have first and second open. So not only do you be careful here, and that's, again, as a hitter, you know this. You're thinking, all right, well, he's probably not going to challenge me, but man, he throws 97. I got to be ready. But I don't want to swing anything bad either.
3-2. Naylor fouls it off himself again on what looked like it was going to be ball 4. Oof. I mean, Naylor missed a couple games last week because of a leg injury.
Oof.
Same foot.
Yeah, just missed his big toe. All that padding and
back foot. Sorry, yeah.
That one usually hurts more because you're not expecting back foot. You can live with your front foot, your front shin, because after all these years of playing baseball, Jason, it kind of goes numb on you.
Okay.
But your back foot, you don't hit that a lot, so you're not as pain resistant.
You go back in there, see if you can get a swing.
Or bounce a curveball.
Three and 2. Palante, Naylor, Ramirez at third. Check swing. He didn't go. It's ball 4. Remember, Cleveland has played more one-run games than anyone in baseball. 23 of them this year. The most through 50 games since 1967. So they're used to it. It doesn't mean they love them, but they're used to it. At 10 and 13.
Yeah, that's why they don't love them at 10 and 13. And last year they were great in it. They've been doing this for 2 years now. A lot of close games, a lot of reliance on big hits. Hoping their bullpen can do it. They're going to pinch run for Naylor. He just beat himself up. It's like seen in Liar Liar.
in the bathroom.
Yeah. My sofa.
That's right. Arias comes in. So they have Zunino only left on the bench now.
Yeah, but they're thinking we need to score this run, get 3 outs, and get the heck out of here.
There's that 10 and 13 you were talking about in 1-run games for Cleveland. Josh Bell has made 2 outs on first pitches tonight. There goes Arias. Bell to third. Arenado looks Ramirez back. They get Arias to second base, but again, Bell very aggressive.
And that surprises me. I would have let. Listen, I get it. I get it. It's a big situation. You have a runner on third. You're looking for a fastball, looking for something you can do damage on. But let him steal second, because then you have second and third and no outs. He's going to steal. They're clearly not covering second. Only something bad can happen there. If he hits a line drive right in infielder, guess what? It's 2 outs.
2.
So just let him steal. Give up a strike sometimes.
He didn't. Here's Jimenez. And Andres Jimenez takes strike 1.
Jason, you're talking about Jimenez and how he's struggled this year to start. Get a hit here. You turn your whole season around. You get a hit here. You say, drove in 2 runs. We won the game possibly. Just the whole flip of your mindset could happen with 1 swing right here.
Takes there below the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Even if he drives a ball for a sac fly and they win, there you see the difference through 50 games.
Night and day.
One. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Cardinals loaded the bases. Nobody out. Couldn't score earlier. 1 and 2 on Jimenez. 2 down. Enormous strikeout for Palante.
He just throws fastballs right by him. Down. Probably not a strike the last one, but Palante just said, here's fastballs, see what you can do with them. And there's not much he could do with them.
Helsley up in the bullpen. Ryan Helsley was warming for St. Louis. And it looks like Ollie Marmol is going to make the call. Helsley hasn't thrown since Tuesday. 2nd and 3rd for Cleveland. 2 out in the 8th inning. Here comes Helsley. We're back in a moment. It has been easier to find Waldo than runs tonight. Listen to every MLB game live or on demand with At Bat. Plus, watch all minor league baseball and live look-ins on MLB Big Inning. No blackouts. Visit MLB.com/atbat for details.
He's confused. It's not even close to Halloween.
I think that's actually Waldo from the books. Here is Helsley out of the bullpen. Hard-throwing right-hander trying to protect this tie for St. Louis. Miles Straw swings through a heater.
98, that was a changeup for Helsley. He'll be 100, 101, 102. One of the hardest throwers in the game. He's also got a slider and a curve, mostly fastball slider. Straight gas. He gets a lot of swings and misses on the slider because you have to cheat so hard to get to 100.
0-2. This was 2 on, nobody out for Cleveland. St. Louis had bases loaded, nobody out in the 7th. Josh Bell, 1 pitch out. Terry Francona has to wonder what it's going to take to get a run in this game. Struck him out at 100. Marooned runners all night. Daniel De Los Santos coming in for the Cleveland Guardians to try to keep this game right here. Tied at 1, top of the 9th inning at Progressive Field, and he has been a really important part of this bullpen for Terry Francona this year, including a double play he got yesterday.
He has. Last 2 years, he's been a big part for him. He's Fastball, slider, changeup, but he is heavy fastball. Opponent's only hit 157 against that pitch.
Ball and a strike. There's Arias in at first. He was a pinch runner in the bottom of the 8th inning. Neither team could cash in on a major opportunity. That ball's drilled by Arenado into left field. Kwan is back, and he does make the catch. Just short of the wall for out number 1.
That had all the makings, Jason, off the bat. Sounded good, looked good. Fortunately for Nolan Arenado, the good part about it was that Kwan caught it. Not even to the wall, just a routine fly ball.
That was a loud noise.
De La Santa's thinking, man, that might go anywhere.
So 1 down. Here is Contreras. First pitch down low, ball 1. One person in the crowd just yelled Wilson like Tom Hanks in Castaway, and nobody else was yelling at that time.
He timed it perfectly.
Yeah, everyone in Cuyahoga County heard him. One. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Well, they know he's heavy fastball, but he's not shown it a whole lot so far.
He's throwing 3 good sliders here to Contreras. That is just a good, dirty, filthy slider. The hitters get the same reports we do. They know what percentages are.
On the ground left side, Ramirez leaves it to Rosario, who with the stretch from Arias gets out number 2. That's 8 in a row retired by the Cleveland Pens since the bases were loaded. Donovan in the 2nd inning. It's been a long time since St. Louis scored, and this was it.
1 meatball, as you said, Jason. 1 bad pitch by Bybee. Donovan deposited into right field. He's been on base all 3 times he's been up to the plate today.
That is a much lighter dinner the Cardinals have had than you did here at Progressive Field. And it's not close.
Oh, Jason, every time we come to these ballparks, you already know all the food to get. And you already have all the hookups. They send all the food up. You had hot honey chicken tenders you had to have, and then you had melt grilled cheese sandwich you had to have.
I love that this always gets turned on me when you're using Twitter exclusively as a food recommendation service at this point.
And also to get great memes and gifs of you.
That's right. Yeah, top flight gifs. 1-1 to Donovan. But I'm telling you, if you travel around the country, watch your favorite team, you're a Cardinal fan or a Guardian fan or whatever you are, you have to eat your way through the ballparks because the food is top notch across baseball.
Have you had the loaded nachos yet?
Yes.
Are they good?
Yes. I've had everything everywhere. It's 1-2. Donovan, 2 down, 9th inning. Long hole, De Los Santos. Two and 2. Foul. Guardians back in 2001 had that 12-run comeback in a Sunday night game. And here we are 1-1 in the very same ballpark with 1 run seeming like a boulder to push up a hill for either of these teams. It's 3-2 now on Donovan.
Well, the Guardians have definitely had more opportunities. They've left 9 guys on base. The Cardinals also had base loaded, no outs. Didn't score. That was their really good shot.
Donovan was the last of those 3 straight walks from Karinchak in the 7th. You know, when you're 23 and 30 or 22 and 28 and you had some expectations, this kind of game is what this season has been, though. Like, can you get over the top? Can you win those games you weren't winning early?
Can you just win games in general?
Right. right.
It doesn't matter if it's 10-0 or 2-1.
Another foul ball.
Ooh, that ball disappeared behind the target. That was kind of cool.
You like that?
It's gone forever.
They'll never find it. 9 pitches to Donovan. 3-2 again from De Los Santos. Another foul.
It's a great at bat. Great job by the pitcher, De Los Santos, and by Donovan. He's throwing strikes. Donovan's fouling them off. Who's going to win the battle? Fake shake, fake shake.
He knows what he wants.
He's going for a pitch clock violation. Oh, he had a quick pitch.
Just got it off. There goes the bat. Ramirez at third does throw him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for De Los Santos against the Cardinals and the pitch clock. 8, 9, and 1 coming for the Guardians next. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your favorite team at MLBshop.com. Those better not be the corner infielders actually leaving, Goldschmidt and Arenado. Those better be kids wearing jerseys, because we might need the Cardinals in the 10th inning in a 1-1 tie as Jose Ramirez looks at a previous at bat. He may hit here. He'd be 5th up in the 9th.
If he gets up, the Cardinals will be happy. Excuse me, sorry. The Guardians will be happy.
Yeah.
So that means they've got a chance to win the game with guys on base.
And if he gets up, there's at least 1 out in the inning. So the Cardinals would be a little happy.
Yes. Yes.
A little bit. 0-1 to Brennan. 0-2 to Brennan from Helsley.
Well, when you see 100 first pitch, 99, and then you're thinking, man, I got to get it going. They throws an 89-mile-an-hour slider. That's how you get those funky swings like that.
Who will be the hero tonight? Fouled away. It's another baseball that's going to end up back at home plate off the net.
You know what's missing from this game?
What's that?
John Adams, the drummer.
It's true.
Passed away this January, past January, but he was a staple here for years and years. Left field, right under the scoreboard.
This to shortstop and DeYoung for the first out of the inning. Yeah, he would sit up there with his drum, top level, and you would just hear the beat over and over again. And a huge loss, just atmospherically, and a great guy in terms of pride for this Cleveland team. There's a plaque commemorating him and his fandom here at Progressive Field. There it is, right back there.
They should do like an honorary drummer for a game.
Oh, that'd be an interesting idea. He's fouled away by Fry here, who's got all of 2 career hits. He doesn't have an extra base hit in his major league career. I like that, AJ.
Favorite fan can win a chance to be the drummer. Celebrity drummers.
Celebrity drummers. It was I mean, it was one way you knew you were here.
Yeah, it was annoying as a visitor.
I figured as much.
Every time there'd be a guy in scoring position.
1-1 grounded foul left side off the dugout, and Mike Sarbaugh makes the play.
They also used to have a Pac-Man thing they did. When they would score a run, they would do the Pac-Man noises.
Oh, like the chomping of the food.
And the power pellet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they do that here anymore. Oh, they've only scored 1 run tonight. I didn't notice it.
Not a lot of Pac-Man for either team. In the air, on the infield. DeYoung, 2 down. Knocked knocking on the door of extra innings between the Cardinals and the Guardians. The last run that scored was with 2 out in the 3rd by Cleveland. It was this guy. It was Stephen Kwan, who walked with 1 out. He got to 2nd on a wild pitch, and Jose Ramirez knocked him in. That was back when we were interviewing Cal Quantrill as this game was dawning. Kwan in the air. It's Mercado giving way to Nootbaar, and we're going to play at least 10 tonight in Cleveland. The Cards and the Guards can't quit each other. Huge loss in the rock and roll world this week. 2-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Tina Turner passing away just a couple days ago. Star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, 12 Grammys, 125, 150 million records. And if you've not been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, go.
Yes.
Runner at second, 10th inning. Donovan is the runner, DeYoung the batter, and Sandlin throws ball 1.
Nick Sandlin in here to get this pocket of righties. You have DeYoung, and then you have Edman, who's been hitting right-handed, and then you have it's a move by Terry Francona. I like the steal in 3rd. You better make it.
Throw to 3rd on Donovan. Safe.
Review.
It can't hurt you to challenge at this point if it's at all close.
They're not.
It means it wasn't close.
No, he got a huge jump. A really nice job by Fry to make this somewhat close. I think they were thinking he might have come off, but because of his oven mitt on his left hand, I think he stays on. Yeah.
Yeah, he anchored pretty good. Both these teams do like to steal bases. Cardinals are 6th in Major League Baseball in steals this year. Donovan just grabbed his 4th in 4 tries. Infield in, 2-1 on the ground with the infield in. Out number 1.
So here's where it gets interesting. You have Mercado coming up for Burleson.
Number 54, Oscar Mercado.
Because they pinch it. Remember, they pinch it for Burleson earlier in the game with Yepes. Bases loaded, right? So now you have Mercado. And then you think you have lefty, you have Switch and Edman, and you have lefty and Nootbaar. You don't want to get to Goldschmidt. Interesting with the 3 batter minimum. What Terry Francona will do if they get Mercado out here and he doesn't drive the run in.
And you figure the arm angle for Sandlin, lefties get a better look. And this is, you know, with Tommy Edman switch hitting sometimes now. Sometimes he'll take a right on right at bat. Sometimes he'll go lefty. You would figure this would be an at bat where he'd go left hand.
100% because of Sandlin's arm angle. And plus Sandlin's best pitch is a slider.
Let it come to you. Check swing. Ball gets away. Donovan's coming home. And the Cardinals lead here in the 10th.
Fry just whiffs it. Fry hasn't caught a whole bunch at the major league level. Just misses the ball. Donovan pretty much scored that run on his own. From being a ghost runner to stealing 3rd, and then on the pass ball.
Hey, look, both these teams know it's been really difficult to find a run. They call it a pass ball officially, and that's a swing. So it's 3-2 on Mercado. Former Cleveland outfielder who does have a couple of 3-hit games since joining the Cardinals a few weeks ago. Cleveland's got Rosario, Ramirez, and Arias coming up in the 10th, and that one gets away as well. It's a walk. And the crowd is less than pleased.
This is Fry's 6th game in the major leagues as a catcher. And I was surprised when they brought him in. Only 12 innings behind the plate, but I was surprised they didn't bring in Zunino to catch. Keep Fry, he's more of a utility player. Yes, he's a catcher, but he's kind of more of a utility player.
I mean, Fry had played outfield and infield in the minors, and so he was like, he wasn't a full-time catcher even in minor league baseball.
And it's hard. Listen, it is really hard to get thrust back there. There's so much going on. Matchups, how to pitch, what pitches to throw. Oh man, there's a guy on third. I got to block a slider in the dirt. I can't let a ball get past me.
So here is Tommy Edman, who, as we mentioned, has been selective switch hitting. There's a rare pitch out. How often do you see one of those now?
In today's game, almost never. I'm surprised. That's probably why he went to the mound, because he's like, hey, here's the just don't be surprised if we call a pitch out. Now that's Terry Francona trying to help his young catcher.
And now a throw to first. So the best stolen base numbers in Major League Baseball come after that first disengagement, as Terry takes his own stash of gum there. It's got his name on it.
Wonder why. You would think he could just tell everybody, don't touch my gum.
1-0 at the air and foul.
What are the numbers, Jason?
There
There's
it is.
Tito. He must only have certain flavors. How many pieces of gum do you think he goes to? Because he is constantly gnawing on something.
Oh, that bucket, I'm sure, gets refilled every series at least.
What are the stats? It used to be when they did the ghost runner, the imaginary runner, whatever you want to call him, the guy at second base, that the road team had a better percentage of winning. Do you know those stats anymore?
I don't know them live right now, but I do know if you're the road team and you don't get that run across, you should play for more than one. But if you don't get one, you're probably going to lose. So if you're the road team, playing for 2 or 3 is the play. Like bunting him over, not a good idea when you're the visitors, because the home team knows what you did and they're likely to get one anyway. On the ground, right hand side, Jimenez spins it to second to get the out there. Surprised Mercado didn't run there with 2 disengagements.
I am, but Sandlin's kind of quick to the plate. And he was also mixing up his times, holding the ball, going quick, going quick. This is a really nice play here by Jimenez. Usually when you go to your left as a second baseman, you just think, I'm going to get the out at first. But he was smart. He got the lead runner to keep him out of scoring position. Now, I think Edman might take a shot here and run it.
And Sandlin thinks maybe the same. Nootbaar in a 5-game hit streak, 0 for 4 tonight. Came in 9 for his last 20. Edman does have 7 stolen bases this year. He holds, and Nootbaar takes a strike.
So watch Sandlin. He'll hold the ball a little bit longer, then he'll go quicker, and he's quick to the plate. He's not one of those high leg kicks, low to the plate. He's got a quick arm action. Gets rid of it fairly. He's giving Fry a chance if he does go.
Yeah, he was much quicker to the plate that time. (2-1) St. Louis. 1-1 to Nootbaar. Downstairs, 2 balls and a strike.
Edman was going right there, but he was so ready to go. He couldn't believe he got like a couple extra steps, but he didn't go. And sometimes as a base runner, you can't believe he doesn't see me. He's not looking at me. Why is he not throwing over to pick me off?
2-2. And you know, AJ, just thinking about how this played out tonight, this is one of those scenarios where if Clase doesn't throw 32 pitches last night, he might be throwing this 10th inning.
Absolutely. Without a doubt, because you want guys that can get strikeouts.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Edman was running, but the inning's over. So St. Louis gets the 1 run, but that's it. Cleveland has 2, 3, and 4 on the way, including Ramirez in the middle of that. Slider City, Giovanni Gallegos trying to save it for the Cardinals.
50-50 sliders fastball, but as you said, 56% whiff on the slider, only hitting 139. This guy has been a rock for the Cardinals for about the last 4 years. And all of a sudden he faces Ahmed Rosario with Stephen Kwan on second. And Rosario's had a nice night, Jason.
He has 2 doubles, 1 in the first inning off of Jack Flaherty on a 3-2 pitch. Tried to come inside and Rosario beat him down the left field line. Then in the 5th.
It's a slider. It almost hits it just inside the left field foul line. 2 doubles for Rosario. You do that right now, you tie the game and switch places with Stephen Kwan. Be a nice feeling for the Guardians.
Gallegos has given up just 5 earned runs all year, but 1 of them came in his last outing at Great American Ballpark. Adam Wainwright's favorite place to pitch. Runner at second is Stephen Kwan. He's the tying run. Rosario has 36 3-hit games since 2021. That's second in baseball to Freddie Freeman. He has 2 hits tonight. And Rosario launches this ball in the air for left center field. Nootbaar is there, and there is 1 away. No advancement from Kwan at second base.
So now here we go. You have Arias on deck. You have Jose Ramirez up. How would you pitch to him? I know you don't put the winning run on base. I get all that, but man, this is the one guy in the lineup again that can do something for you.
So I agree with you. I know that traditionalists will say, look, what you said, don't put the winning run on base. It's a different story, though. Arias, about 50% ground ball, 2. He's next. Strike 1. If you're going to pitch to him, you have to work the corners, right?
Slider. Right, this is the same at bat we've seen 3 times tonight. Slider, slider, slider. Oh, we're going to rush him with 2 strikes, right? This is the same at bat.
0-1. Swing and a miss.
Slider.
Yep. High fastball.
That's what's worked. The 2 times you jumped ahead of him.
Two strikes from Gallegos. In the air, left field side. Donovan toward the line to make the catch. 2 down.
There it was.
Same formula.
Get ahead with slow stuff. Get him a chase with 2 strikes up. The only time it didn't work is when they tried to do it and they threw him 2 fastballs in a row, and the second one he hit.
He was left at third in the 8th inning. Cleveland had 2 on, nobody out in the 8th. St. Louis had bases loaded, nobody out in the 7th. Neither scored. You saw the numbers with runners in scoring position a moment ago. And now Arias with the game on the line. First pitch, Tapper, right-hand side. Goldschmidt to Gallegos, in St. Louis does protect a 2-1 lead through 10 to win it.
Great job by the St. Louis Cardinals pitching staff. Starting with Jack Flaherty in his 7 innings. Only 1 run, most important number though. Only 1 walk. Bullpen comes in. Valente, Helsley, Gallegos. The Cardinals win, Jason. Only 2 hits. They only had 2 hits in the game, and they won 2-1.
They are 4 games out of first in the NL Central.
After all the talk. But let's talk about Jack Flaherty. How good was he? You see him punching out Jose Ramirez. Miles Straw, no chance. Just a great job by Jack Flaherty. He's been a lot better his last 4 starts now. Hitting corners, pitching to the edges, using his fastball, using his slider. Great job, Jack Flaherty, and a great sign if you're a St. Louis Cardinal fan.
How about that game tonight, AJ? 2 teams, nobody put it away until the Cardinals did right at the very end. We say farewell from Cleveland for our entire wonderful crew, for Carol Langley, Brian Biederman, everybody here in Cleveland. He's AJ Pierzynski, I'm Jason Benetti. Final score 2-1 the Cardinals. After this break, we send you to Kevin Burkhardt and Dontrell Willis in Los Angeles. Cardinals by a run here in Cleveland.